Listen to me. Excuses are dangerous because they feel good in the moment, but they rob you in the long run. They sound like protection, but really they're poison. You tell yourself, I'm tired, I'll do it tomorrow. You tell yourself, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough connections, I don't have enough time. And it sounds reasonable, it sounds logical, but the truth is every time you lean on that excuse, you're giving away a piece of your dream. Every time you let it slip out of your mouth, you're teaching your mind to accept less, to settle for average, to stay small. Excuses feel safe, but they are silently killing your future. When you say you don't have enough time, guess what? Nobody does. Every empire that's ever been built was built on the same 24 hours you have. When you say you don't have enough money, remember there are people who started with nothing but grit, with nothing but sweat, with nothing but relentless belief that they could make it happen. When you say you're too tired, understand that exhaustion is part of the process. Fatigue is the toll you pay on the road to greatness. Stop romanticizing excuses like they are truth. They're not truth, they're comfort. And comfort never built an empire. I'm telling you right now, execution is the only language dreams understand. Dreams don't respond to excuses, they respond to work. Your dream is not waiting for you to get more sleep. It's not waiting for you to get a little raise. It's not waiting for the stars to line up perfectly. Your dream is sitting there, and it's asking one question. Are you willing to pay the price? And the price is not excuses. The price is execution. The price is effort. The price is sacrifice. Let me tell you something. Excuses give you a temporary pass from accountability, but execution builds a permanent legacy. Think about that. You can make an excuse today, and it'll feel like relief. But tomorrow you'll still be in the same place. You'll still be broke, still be out of shape, still be stuck, still be wishing. But if you execute, even if it's hard, even if it's messy, even if it's small steps, you move forward. Execution stacks. One step today, one brick tomorrow, another sacrifice the next day. And before you know it, you've built something. Excuses subtract, execution multiplies. I know what some of you are thinking. It's not that easy. You're right. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. That's why most people don't build empires. They build excuses. That's why most people don't leave legacies. They leave regrets. You've got to make a decision. Do I want the relief of an excuse or the reward of execution? You can't have both. Every time you choose excuses, you're putting your empire on pause. And every time you choose execution, you're pressing play on your destiny. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop telling yourself when the kids are older, when I get the promotion, when I have more money, when I feel ready. You'll be waiting forever. Execution doesn't wait. Execution says start where you are with what you have right now. Because the truth is, you'll never feel ready. The truth is, you'll never have all the resources you think you need. The truth is, the people who built empires didn't wait for perfect. They acted in imperfect conditions. They acted broke. They acted scared. They acted tired. But they acted. Excuses are the language of average. Execution is the language of greatness. And you've got to decide which one you're going to speak. Don't tell me why you can't. Show me how you will. Don't tell me what's in your way. Show me how you're going to climb over it, break through it, go around it. Because excuses will always be available, but opportunities won't. The clock is ticking. Time is moving, and every excuse you make is another brick you didn't lay. So today, I'm challenging you, kill the excuse and replace it with execution. When you feel like saying, I can't, say, I will. When you feel like saying, I don't have enough, say, I'll make it enough. When you feel like saying, I'll do it tomorrow, say, no, I'm doing it right now because excuses don't build empires. Execution does. Discipline is the difference maker. Excuses are easy. They come naturally, but discipline is what separates those who talk about building an empire from those who actually build it. See, excuses destroy momentum, but discipline creates it. Excuses tear down the foundation, but discipline lays brick after brick, day after day, until one day you look up and realize you've built something solid, something unshakable. Discipline is not flashy. Discipline is not fun, but discipline is the engine behind greatness. You cannot tell me you want to be successful, you want to be wealthy, you want to leave a legacy, but you don't want to be disciplined. That doesn't add up, because the empire you dream about doesn't come from wishes or luck. It comes from what you do consistently. Discipline is the bridge between your dream and your reality. And the truth is, most people never cross that bridge because they keep making excuses to avoid the sacrifice discipline demands. You say you want freedom, but the only way to freedom is through discipline. You say you want success, but the only way to success is through sacrifice. You say you want to be remembered, but the only way to leave a mark is by being consistent when others quit. Discipline means you do what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left. It means you keep showing up even when it's boring, even when it's painful, even when it looks like nothing is happening. Excuses feel good for the moment. They let you off the hook. But discipline doesn't let you off the hook. It keeps you accountable to the bigger picture. You can either have excuses or results, but not both. And the scary thing is, these excuses make sense in the moment. They sound logical. I'll skip the workout today. I'll go tomorrow. I'll spend this money now. I'll save later. I'll start the business when things calm down. That's how excuses talk. But discipline has a different voice. Discipline says, no, get it done today. Discipline says, no, sacrifice now. Discipline says, no, stop waiting for easy, because easy never comes. Think about it. Discipline is what gets the student through school. Discipline is what gets the athlete into the league. Discipline is what turns the small business into an empire. You can have all the talent in the world, all the ideas in the world, all the connections in the world, but if you lack discipline, you will sabotage yourself. The empire you want cannot be built on inconsistency. It cannot be built on excuses. It must be built on a system, on habits, on daily discipline. And don't get it twisted. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's not about never failing, never messing up. Discipline is about refusing to quit. Discipline is about saying, even when I fall, I get back up. Discipline is about showing up with excellence, even when nobody's watching, even when nobody's clapping, even when nobody notices. That's the kind of consistency that builds something that lasts. Some of you are waiting for motivation, waiting to feel like it. But let me tell you, motivation is temporary, discipline is permanent. Motivation is like a spark, but discipline is the firewood that keeps the flame alive. If you depend on motivation, you'll quit the moment life gets hard. But if you live by discipline, you'll keep pushing no matter how hard it gets. Here's the truth: excuses destroy, but discipline builds. Excuses weaken, but discipline strengthens. Excuses are reactive. Discipline is proactive. Excuses keep you where you are. Discipline takes you where you've never been. If you're serious about building an empire, then you've got to fall in love with discipline. You've got to treat discipline like oxygen, because without it, your dreams will suffocate. At the end of the day, you will not rise to the level of your goals. You will fall to the level of your discipline. And if you want to stand on the top of an empire, if you want to look back on your life and see something massive, something lasting, something undeniable, then you've got to make a decision today. No more excuses, only discipline. Because excuses don't build empires, discipline does. Pain is part of the process. Too many people run from it, hide from it, complain about it, but they don't understand that pain is the very thing that shapes you. Pain is temporary. It comes, it stings, it breaks you down for a moment, but if you push through it, if you endure it, if you refuse to let it control you, pain will eventually pass. The problem is most people don't want to deal with pain, so they choose excuses. And what they don't realize is excuses are permanent. Excuses lock you into a cycle where nothing changes, nothing grows, nothing improves. Pain hurts for a season, but excuses trap you for a lifetime. You've got to make a choice. Do you want to suffer now for a short time and come out stronger? Or do you want to take the easy way out and suffer forever, quietly, with regret? Because here's the truth, the pain of discipline is always lighter than the pain of regret. Pushing through the workout is pain. Staying up late to study is pain. Sacrificing for your dream is pain. But that pain is temporary. It fades when you see results. It disappears when you realize the sacrifice was worth it. But the excuse you made, that doesn't disappear. It stays. It grows. It follows you into your future. It becomes regret, and regret doesn't go away. I need you to understand this. When you feel pain, it's not a signal to quit. It's a signal that you're growing. It's proof that you're alive, that you're moving forward. Empires are not built in comfort. They are built in fire. They are built when you choose to push through, not when you back down. Every champion you admire, every leader you respect, every builder of an empire, none of them escaped pain. They endured it. They turned pain into power. They turned struggle into strength. Excuses might numb the pain, but they also numb the progress. You can't heal by avoiding the work. You can't grow by excusing your way out of discomfort. The very thing you're running from is the very thing you need to embrace. The weights in the gym, they hurt, but they make you stronger. The hours of studying, they're exhausting, but they make you smarter. The sacrifices you make for your business, they're draining, but they make you successful. Everything you want is on the other side of pain. You've got to stop seeing pain as punishment and start seeing it as preparation. Pain is not here to destroy you. It's here to develop you. The empire you dream of requires a stronger version of you, a wiser version of you, a more disciplined version of you. And you can't become that version without pain shaping you. Excuses are what you tell yourself to avoid that shaping. Excuses convince you to stay weak, to stay small, to stay the same. And as long as you cling to excuses, you'll never build the life you were meant to build. Think about it. You've survived pain before. You've gone through heartbreak, loss, struggle, failure, and you're still here. You made it, which means pain isn't permanent. It never has been. But how many opportunities have you missed because you let excuses hold you back? How many doors closed because you chose comfort over courage? How many dreams died because you convinced yourself you couldn't handle the pressure? Excuses last longer than pain ever will. So the next time pain shows up, don't run, don't hide, don't make excuses. Embrace it, learn from it, push through it. Because on the other side of that pain is your growth, your power, your empire. And every time you choose to endure the temporary struggle, you move closer to the life you were created to live. Excuses don't build empires. Overcoming pain does. Vision by itself is not enough. You can have the clearest picture in your mind. You can write it on your wall. You can dream about it every night. But if you don't move on it, if you don't take action, it's just a fantasy. An empire is not built on dreams alone. It's built on action, stacked on action, day after day, until that vision you saw in your mind becomes something you can touch, something you can stand on, something that outlives you. The reason most people never see their vision come to life is because they get stuck making excuses instead of making moves. Your vision doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you don't feel ready. It doesn't care if you don't have all the resources, the support, the money, the time. Vision is demanding. Vision says, if you really want me, you've got to work for me. And the truth is, too many people think their vision will somehow wait for them. They think opportunities will sit still. They think destiny will pause until they're comfortable. But it doesn't. Vision is only realized by those who are willing to act when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when it feels impossible. You can't tell me you want to build something great and keep living like average. You can't tell me you want to leave a legacy and keep making excuses for why you haven't started. Every day you make an excuse. You delay your destiny. Every day you procrastinate. You push your empire further into the future. And here's the danger. You don't know how much time you have. You don't know how many chances you'll get. Excuses assume there's more time. Action respects the moment. Vision requires sacrifice. Vision requires sweat. Vision requires decisions that won't make sense to people around you. People will tell you you're crazy, that you're wasting your time, that you should just play it safe. That's why most people never build empires. They choose acceptance over action. But when you carry a vision inside of you, you can't live for other people's approval. You've got to live for the assignment you've been given, the future you've seen. And the only way to honor that vision is to move. You have to understand that action builds momentum. The first step might be small. The first brick might not look like much. But when you lay that brick, and then another, eventually it becomes undeniable. But if you never start, if you keep saying all day, if you keep waiting until you feel ready, you'll look up years from now and realize your vision never left your imagination. It never became reality because excuses were louder than your execution. It doesn't matter if your action is messy, if it's imperfect, if it's slower than you hoped. Action, no matter how small, will always beat the perfect excuse. You can adjust later. You can refine later. You can improve later. But you can't build anything if you don't move now. Vision doesn't need perfection. It needs progress. And progress only comes through action. So stop telling yourself you'll wait until the timing is right. Stop convincing yourself that you need more before you can begin. The right time will never come. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The empire you want will never show up until you start building it. And every day you hesitate, every day you excuse yourself, you're choosing delay over destiny. If you want to see your vision come alive, you've got to stop talking about it and start living it. You've got to let your actions scream louder than your excuses. Because excuses don't build empires. Action does.